Porsha and friends, they got that vibe. Electric smiles keep the whole crew alive. Harmonies waving like stars in the sky. Welcome to Porsha and Friends. I got my good friend Kenneth here with me. So today we're going to be getting into the topic. Today we're going to be getting into um, my recording. I recorded a single. The name of the band is called Eternal Rage, and the song is called Melania Bitch. Now, it is not derogatory in any way. It's supposed to be about oppression. It's not a personal attack on her at all. And it can be called Christian protest. So let's take a look at the video, and then you can give your thoughts on it afterwards.
The bars shine bright, a cage of lies dressed in silver light. Promises empty, the dream turns black. Once you walk in, there's no way back. A hollow vow, a loveless fight. No crown is worth this endless night. Shattered, my soul's been ditched. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch and settle for that 2-inch. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch, married to a big rich prick. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch. I'll break these chains, I won't submit. The wealth, the fame, it's all a farce, a gilded throne with a run heart. Eyes like stone, no love inside. The cost of freedom is my pride. I'll burn this palace to the ground and find myself where truth is found. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch. My dreams are shattered, my soul's been ditched. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch and settle for the 2-inch. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch, married to a big rich prick. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch. I'll break these chains, I won't submit. No diamond shines bright enough to blind me. No power strong enough to bind me. I will rise, burn the lights, find my soul, break these ties. No surrender, no regret. Freedom's price, I'll pay the debt. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch. No golden chains, no empty kiss. I don't wanna be a Melania bitch. The fire inside won't be dismissed.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on that?
no, it's a catchy tune. It's catchy. I mean, again, people will hear the title and automatically think, "Oh, you're calling Melania a bitch," But when you listen, huh?
I said no, definitely not.
Well, no, I get what you're saying, but let's just say his supporters would think that. I'm not saying you,
Okay.
but not even people hear that and they're going. I'm just saying people are going to hear the title and think that. Where if you listen to the song, you get the gist of what you're talking about. I mean, I get titles being catchy and stuff like that, and again, like you explained, you're not calling her that, but yeah, listening to the what do you call the lyrics and giving your explanation behind the song. Yeah, I think it's very catchy.
I don't know. There could be some backlash over it if the song gets
Well, yeah, but see,
this,
that's what I mean. Yeah, people are going to hear the title and automatically try to draw their conclusion based on it.
without hearing.
It's almost like I said, yeah, without hearing the song. I mean, it's almost like, yeah, people will see headlines or titles and automatically think, what's it about? Because it's clickbait. I mean, I'm not saying you're trying to clickbait them, but again, it's also trying to, get people to, see what you're talking about. But the ones who won't listen will automatically, draw conclusions to where it's not about that. You listen to the lyrics, it's like, well, come on. I mean, she does not look like a happy woman to begin with. I'm sorry. She really is. She's really in.
She's in it for the money.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And again, and I can't say who wouldn't be, but at the same time, when we talk about morals and principles, it's like, come on. I mean, I get it. Money makes everything easy. It does. It just does. But I mean, if you're fine with that, fine. But don't you talk to me about morals and stuff like that, meaning like, let's say somebody like Melania, because to me you have none.
You're right. I mean, if you were to deal with him and give him a son, I mean.
But again, you automatically know, I'm not just saying women, but automatically when a woman has a baby with a high profile man, that's automatically 21 years of security,
You're right.
So it is. I mean, it's automatically 21 years of security and stuff like that. Because even her, she doesn't. I'm not saying she's nothing like Michelle Obama, but she's like Michelle Obama, but she really doesn't care for politics. She really doesn't.
Yeah, that's why she's MIA.
Yeah, MIA a lot. She's just there when he needs. I'm sure he's got to pay her to be there to make this, show of his look good. Because this is a reality show all before, in front of our eyes.
Exactly.
So yeah, so whatever week we're on, she'll guest star on the show.
You're absolutely correct on that.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, no, but it's catchy. It's catchy. That it's I know when you were showing me the covers, I mean the album artwork, I was like, oh, is this hard rock or is this? But no, very poppy, pop rock.
Well, most of the album is hard rock. This is a ballad, so.
Okay, well, yeah, no, it has like a pop rock feel.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, so yeah, no, nice, catchy and stuff like that. You can understand the lyrics, plus the TV showing you them.
But I mean, could you understand the lyrics without seeing the lyrics?
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. If you were just hearing it, yeah. I mean, well, of course, with all songs, you have to listen to them, to get the gist of, okay, that's what they're talking about. Again, like I said, you'll see the title. It's like saying if we were buying CDs, which nobody buys anymore, but if you were buying a CD and you saw the cover and stuff like that, you'd be like, Melania Bitch. You'd have to listen to it to get the gist of, what they're talking about. What the band is, saying. And yeah, again, I mean, the visuals, are nice. I think, even though it's, you kept it simple and stuff like that, but it's simple to the point, yeah, I like the 2-inch dick thing. Calling him prick. So no, it's catchy. It is a catchy tune. It is very catchy.
Well, like I said, I don't know how the song trajectory will take off, but if the song takes off a little bit, I think some of his supporters would have a big problem with this song.
Well, you know they are. You know they are. I mean, I told you what I was going through earlier. With on Facebook where I should have never chimed in. With a cousin who turns. He's not. I won't say he's a Republican, but you can tell he supports. Like Trump, or he supports the demise of the Democrats. And you got people like that. So yeah, if you post it, depending on how you're going to promote it, post it on social media. Of course, you're going to have people say things, your comments, and all and stuff like that. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes I feel like you should post stuff, and I hear this from plenty of people. They use social media because it's almost like they have to, because that's where everybody is now. It's like saying everybody's on, Facebook, Twitter. They're on these platforms. So, if you're going to have a business today, you got to use some of the social media and put it out there. And to me, I feel like you should just post it and try to ignore your notifications.
I like the backlash, I'm all for the backlash.
No. And I'm not saying no, don't be for the backlash, but I'm just saying, because again, anybody who's putting in this political climate, anything you put out there that it's going to rub people the wrong way, just be prepared for the backlash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Again, I don't think the song is saying anything wrong. Okay, yeah, I'm not just going to co-sign everything Trump's doing. I mean, it's like, come on. You want to co-sign him, his supporters, then do so. Again, this was not about eggs and lowering the cost of living or getting us out of wars. We're about to probably go into one, and the cost of eggs and shit are going up still. But then people want to detract and be like, oh, well, he was just joking. No, he couldn't do it on the... Then don't say nothing. See, me personally, I feel like when politicians sell us a bill of goods, if you don't do what you say you're going to do, that's an automatic, like an X for me, or no, because again, I get it. They say anything to win, but to me, that's not good. That's not good. And again, I'm not saying fair-minded people don't know that politicians say things just to win, but it's like, stop it. No, I don't like that. That's the problem with the internet today, because people say any damn thing on the internet.
This leads me to another point. I'm switching topics for a second.
Okay.
On the mayor's race, Como is more of the old establishment, where is Zorin, whatever. He's more progressive, and I think when I vote on Tuesday, I'm going to vote for him, because he is much more progressive.
Yeah, I mean, well, see, again, you live in the city. I live, on the island.
Yeah.
And, now, don't get me wrong. I pay attention to, New York, city politics, because I only live 25 minutes from, the city. Well, Queens, the closest borough to me. I don't want to say I'm not invested in it. I mean, yeah, I can see where people look at Cuomo as more of the same, and stuff like that. And don't y'all have, I heard something, where I was watching, Democracy Now!, where y'all have ranked choice voting, where, y'all could choose up to 5 people, and I guess the way they're ranked in something, they'll be I guess in the lead, but everybody's saying don't choose Cuomo.
Yeah, I would not choose Cuomo at all.
Now, should I ask what particular reason? Because, okay, I know a lot of people have criticized him. Let me finish. I'm just saying, I know a lot of people...
To Trump.
Huh?
He'll bow to Trump.
So you feel he'll bow to Trump?
Yeah.
Because I'm just going on, let's say, because me personally, until things came out during COVID, I would say the way he handled COVID, I wasn't against it until, you started hearing things after the fact.
Yeah, I mean... I think he handled COVID well, but he's been charged with all these sexual assaults.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, I mean, see, again, you can't do, well, I don't want to say, well, to me, you just can't do nothing wrong today. You can't do nothing wrong today.
I know, especially running in politics.
Of course. Yeah, if you're a politician and you've done shit and people are accepting, because look who people voted for the president. But to me, if you're running for politics today, you better come out and say everything you did. If you did drugs, you better say I smoked crack and all that stuff in the beginning, so nobody can use that against you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, you said Zorin, was he the one who was arrested?
No.
Okay, yeah, because I was the episode of Democracy Now. They showed the politician who was trying to walk.
No, that
You know,
was the politician from New Jersey.
but but wasn't this the New York City controller? That's who they had on Democracy Now, where he was arrested by ICE because he was trying to walk out, a migrant, from, I guess, a detention center, and they arrested him. And I believe he's
No,
running for.
that was another person.
Oh,
That was different.
okay, yeah, because I know you got a lot of people running in the New York mayoral,
Yeah.
race. So, okay, well, no, I mean, got to do what you got to do. And I mean, again, I'm not saying this guy's Zoran, I mean, again, I haven't really, paid attention to it. I mean, again, huh?
He is a progressive.
Or progressive. So, okay, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, I guess when they
I
get
mean,
down.
probably
What the other candidates, do you think well, I guess with the exception of Mayor Adams and Cuomo, are there any others that you would say if your guy doesn't get, the nomination or within this ranked choice voting, who would you be fine with as well? Because isn't there a woman running?
Yeah, there's a woman running.
I mean, I know, nobody likes to say it, but, they hate women leaders. But go on.
Well, on another note, let's watch the video, and then we'll mention the one thing which I wanted to mention.
Okay, go on.
Okay. And let me show you.
Now, that was from this past weekend, correct?
That was correct.
Okay, go on.
And then we have another one. And this was the No More King. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want a king, and, I mean, everyone's correct about protesting in the streets,
Yeah, no. I mean, again, that's what America was what it's succeeding from England from. They lived under a king. America was not going to have a king. We were going to have a democracy. And this fool wants to be a king/dictator because he likes, dictators like Putin, Kim Jong-un, and others and stuff like that.
I know.
So again, it's so crazy because again, I mean, I didn't really, I mean, I knew, I mean, of course, I saw, things on social media here and there as far as, videos as far as the crowd sizes and, versus his little, parade he had, which nobody was out there.
His military parade on his birthday.
Yeah, and nobody was hardly out there, because I know Roland, showed a video, or who was it? I think it was him who showed a video, like of the, the mall and stuff like that. And he said, this don't look like a whole bunch of people out here. Yeah. And then you seeing the tank rolling through the street, sounding all squeaky and crap. It's like, you know what? I don't know. You could tell he's the quintessential, type of person with an ego. I can't stand that man.
No. Let's look at this other video.
Donald Trump has done for gays in just 4 years. Part 1. Hospitals can now legally turn away gay and trans people. U.S. embassies are never allowed to display the pride flag at any time, including Pride Month. Homeless shelters can deny access to trans people. And his new judge wants to overturn gay marriage. Follow for part 2.
So what do you think of that?
Well, I mean, that's what they're trying to do. I mean, it's sad. It is. They want this country to be, ran like what do they call it? A theocracy.
Yeah.
And it's, it's crazy. I mean, this is why I can't stand religion. I can't. If you believe in a higher power and stuff like, believe, but do not want the government to legislate things to discriminate against other people. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want it for yourself.
But don't put them on other people.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't put them on. Yeah, you don't want them to legislate things where it hurts. You shouldn't want that. Everyone should be able to live their lives, no matter if you agree with it. I don't care how many times you want to throw Leviticus at me or telling me it's an abomination. Mind your business.
Excellent.
Just leave people alone. Oh, it's God's law and all that. Well, let God deal with me, okay? Let God deal with me.
Yeah.
If there is one, because you don't know and I don't know either.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, it's just like it is.
After all these years, I had no clue if there is a God.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I keep on because you know my stance for years. Where I mean, yeah. Now I know people say, "Oh, you fall in the category of I mean, I guess atheist or agnostic." And don't get me wrong, I can hear things that I've heard things pastors say that resonate with me, and stuff like that. And then when you hear the teachings of Jesus, I'm just like, well, damn, Republicans, Jesus would not like y'all. Jesus was saying, y'all are not following my teaching, but y'all want to, y'all want to hurt others. I mean, it's crazy. Jesus hung with the sinners. So I don't get it. I just really don't get it. It's just like, you just don't like another group of people and you want to legislate things against them. Where if the tables were turned, you wouldn't want that on you. So it's like, come on. I mean, again, as much as they always say we need to, have conversations on things, yeah, there's things, as a person in the LGBT, I disagree with things in the LGBT community, but like they say with everything, we're supposed to talk these things out. Let's not just, legislation at things and discriminate against other people. Yeah, no, I can't.
Okay, let's watch another video.
Stable genius.
So what'd you think of that?
Oh yeah, no, it was cute. It was cute. Yeah, I mean, I agree with it. All the posters. But what's the thing? Because I keep on seeing it. What's the thing behind the taco thing? I don't get it either. I mean, I'm sure. I guess I'd have to look it up or whatever. But yeah, no. I mean, but see, at the same time, I mean, I know somebody I follow on subscribe to on YouTube. It's almost like, are we falling for the bait? Because this motherfucker likes to bait people. He likes to bait us.
I know.
And again, that's why sometimes with the news, let's just say the mainstream media news, where I know some people on the mainstream media news, when he would do something, they wouldn't tune in. You know how they say, oh, the presidents, they would break in, on their shows. And then a lot of times the president would take up, whoever's the president would take up that whole hour. So the show you were looking forward to watching, you wouldn't see. A lot of them, forgot her name. She's on MSNBC. She worked as one of the campaign managers for John McCain. But I know, when Trump was, when he was running the first time, she wouldn't break in for some of the stuff. I guess if he said something, that was like, needed to be heard, she would. But again, it's all filled with lies.
Okay, let's look at another video.
Why are they saying Kamala Harris actually won the election, allegedly? Okay, so we know 2 days ago, the two queens of our government, Trump and Elon, had a little public breakup, of course, during Pride Month. One of the things Musk said is, without me, Trump would have lost the election, Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51 and 49 in the Senate. That's literally his confession. Without me, things would be completely different. Elon says that, right? And now today, articles are flowing and flowing, like big companies. Like, this is not just something people are just like a rumor. Articles are being made that she should have won. There's an article posted 22 hours ago by the Economic Times. This is like a certified news outlet. It says bombshell reports claim voting machines were tampered with before 2024. Now, Donald Trump, he secured 2 different ways to mess with the voting ballots. Number one, he had his boyfriend, Elon Musk, and Elon Musk literally just admitted if Trump didn't have him, he would not have won. So then he also had his daughter, Ivanka Trump, sign a deal with ballot makers in China. Why would she be signing a deal with voting ballot makers in China? Like, not the makers, the people that are in charge of the machines, like the machines when you go vote. So she signs that deal, and now we're getting reports that there were changes made with the voting machines. And his daughter just signed a deal with China with the voting machines. And Elon just told us that if he didn't help him, everything would be different and Kamala would be in office right now. Liberals said that a long time, said that the day of the election. This was not right. Let's see what's done about this. I know Trump's not going down without a fight. Maybe he will. Maybe he's like so sad without his boyfriend, but who knows?
I got a lot to say on that.
Is this a recent video or is this like...
That's a recent video.
Okay, no, because again, I heard that, and stuff like that, but go on with your comment.
I mean, I already knew the election was rigged on election day. I already knew that. I'm like,
Okay.
how with all these people who were coming out for Kamala and people in droves were coming out for her. I'm like, how could these people not show up on election day and Donald Trump get an overwhelming amount of votes? And even I was watching a show last night with Jessica Denson where they were saying there was one place in Maine or something where there was 0 votes for Kamala Harris, which is very strange, and they're going to investigate that. You know, because they're like, how could she get no votes in a, a district in Maine, and which was mostly Democratic? So I believe that I believe what I knew the election was rigged all along, and I knew Elon Musk had a hand in it.
I mean, I'm not going to deny, because I did hear that as well, especially, where, Elon Musk was saying he already knew who won before the election, was like, over or something like that. I mean, I stayed up to the wee hours of the morning, watching the map and just like, oh my gosh, she's losing all the battleground states and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what this is going to prove. I mean, I'm not saying, it wasn't rigged or something like that. But see the way it sounds, we sound like his fucking ass. Or it was rigged when he lost in 2020.
How could the voting machine Ivanka sign for voting machines or
No, I'm not disagreeing with it. I mean, why is she signing a deal with the voting machine? I mean, what type of deal? Well, I mean, what? I mean, what? I mean, what? I mean, I get it. What's the deal about? I mean, I hear you. I'm just saying, I'm not saying what is this going to prove, because again, what is it going to prove? I mean, okay, what is it going to prove? Are the Republicans really going to do something to draw up articles of impeachment to get him out of there? I mean, like I said, as far as them,
if they could prove the election was rigged, if there's enough evidence to prove the election was rigged, not like his attempt at proving the election was rigged because it wasn't rigged.
yeah, but okay, what is it going to prove? Because again, you can go all the way back to, let's just say, Al Gore when he ran against the son Bush, and what do you call, and he conceded in the end, and that's what Kamala did. So I get it. Even if it is rigged, she still conceded. Are we going to take it? Are we going to take him out and put her in? I don't see it happening. I'll be shocked if it did, but I don't see it happening. I'm not saying, oh, well, we got to suffer for the next, 2028 and so, because I don't see it. I mean, again, I'm not going to say I don't deny that it wasn't rigged, because a lot of people have been saying that elections have been, let's say, rigged. They said a lot of people said the last rigged election was probably Ronald Reagan. Everybody after that, it's almost like they don't want us, the citizens, choosing who the president is. The powers that be want to choose who it's going to be. That's why they always talk about the electoral college and all that other stuff. Again, I'm not a total conspiracy theorist on things, but
I mean, I don't think it's being conspiracy theorists thinking.
No, I'm just saying, because some people will see. I mean, I'm just saying, some will, say it's conspiracy. But yes, I'm all for the investigation to find out, but what's going to happen?
Disparities in all the swing states.
Okay, yeah, but okay, and I guess this is me sounding like I'm playing devil's advocate. What's going to happen?
Well, say they come up with enough evidence.
Okay,
they can. It's going to be hard with Republicans being in charge, but
yeah. So I mean, again, it's almost
very hard to get anything through with Republicans in charge. It's very hard.
They're not, because they're scared. And you got some Republicans saying that they're not going to vote on his big, beautiful bill and stuff like that. But okay, but I'm just saying, what are they going to do? Evidently, he's got these Republicans scared shitless, where they're not going to do anything.
I don't know what he's got over them, but
It makes me wonder too all the time. There's so many things that it's like, why don't y'all, flex your muscle? Y'all are in control of the purse string. You know what? Y'all, they must really believe that, his supporters gonna come after them and, attack them the way, that's, what recent happened in Minnesota. I mean, I don't know. That's, again, I'm just saying.
Someone's gonna stand up for what's right.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. Yes, stand up what's right. But those bastards, they're not. They're not.
Yeah, they got no moral spine.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. That's why I don't want to hear about morals from them. But all they care about is power. And to a lot of people's credit, when you talk about when the Republicans have power, they wield it. When the Democrats have power, they don't. Yes, I'm happy they passed the Affordable Care Act, but they spent so much damn time on it. That's why I feel like Democrats, y'all get into office this time around. I'm sorry, I don't want no bipartisanship. I don't want to hear about, my friend across the aisle. No, because they're not your friends. They fall in line. So push everything through.
I know that's right. And she just...
That was funny.
Yeah, it was cute.
Okay, let's play the next video. Did you get that one?
Yeah, the lady who knocked her hat off is because she's wearing what appears to be a Make America Great Again hat, and she's saying you're a woman because she because Donald Trump and the things he does against women.
Yeah, and taking away the abortion access.
Yeah, so I mean, I get it, but see, again, I mean, in reality, we don't have the right to put our hands on somebody just because they're wearing something we don't like. I mean, again, don't get me wrong. I'm not a.
Do whatever she wants.
Huh?
She's an older lady, so she can do whatever she wants.
No, not even an old person. If an old person, I don't care if our politics were aligned and I was wearing just like my T-shirt that I'm wearing, and stuff like that, and you don't like it, and you want to hit me. No, I mean, just because you're old, I mean, I won't push you, but I'm going to cut you out.
Okay, let's watch the next video.
Oh my god.
Did you see that? Or do you need me to play it again?
Too quick. Play it again.
Okay, I'm going to play it again. Now you see it?
Yeah, Republican Parental. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to go viral, I'm telling you.
I know, but hey. And this is the last of the Trump. So what you think of that? Was it cute?
I mean, it was cute. I mean, the laughing was a little over exaggerated. It's like, okay, I'm like, come on. I get the video, but it's like, okay, yes.
I know. Okay, so we're not going to cover any more Trump stuff. All right, let's go.
We can't go into the women's bathroom, so I'm going in the next bathroom. Trump said I can't use the
Okay, so
I'm assuming she's trans.
I think she was trolling. I don't think she was.
No, but I'm assuming she's trans.
I don't know. She could have been trolling. I think she was a regular female, as I think she was, trying to make a point of.
But what's the point? Why is she going to the men's bathroom?
Because she said Trump said I should go to the men's bathroom.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, you're saying she's trolling, but is she trans?
I have no idea.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm going to assume she's trans and she's trolling because, how him and his ilk feel about trans, people where, okay, you identify as a woman, but they're going to tell you you're not. So she's trolling, saying, she's going in the men's bathroom because Trump said, I'm a man and I should go here.
And then people look at you like...
Yeah, I mean, now again, the way she presents herself, I mean, if I saw her, I wouldn't think, she wasn't a girl. I'd be like, oh, ma'am, this is the wrong bathroom. But I don't know. I mean, can we just get over? I don't believe anybody who is trans, a trans female is going into the women's bathroom to mess with women. I mean, even if you want to, even if there is a smidge of people that probably do, it's probably the low 1%.
There's like 0.1%.
That's what I mean. It's so low. People are going to the bathroom just to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this thing where it's like, because it does look weird, regardless, it would look weird for her to go into the men's bathroom and be like, wait a minute, what are you doing here? Just like if I went into the female's bathroom, so it's like, stop it. I mean, they just, oh my God, it's like people want to bait you and they want to try to make a point. And it's like, no, she clearly looks like a female. So again, and when I'm going to the bathroom, I'm not looking to see biological or not.
I mean, is it a big deal if whoever goes into the bathroom? I mean,
okay. I hear you. If it's a gender neutral bathroom where it's just like it's just not a bathroom assigned to male or female. Okay, I get that, but we usually have bathrooms designated for men and designated for women. So go to the one either how you were born or how you present yourself to the world.
Yeah.
That's my take. I mean, again, it's like, look, it's like, stop. I mean, yes, I get it. Again, I'm not going to say, okay, I want women, regardless if they're biological or not, going into the men's bathroom, vice versa. So, go to the bathroom how you present yourself to the world. I mean, it's like, oh my God, making a big deal. No one's going into the bathroom to mess with people. I'm not going to say there isn't cases, but it's like that they're probably so fucking small.
Let's watch them.
First, evil people tend to be religious people. Because if they can't control you, they will quote the Bible and use that to control you. Religious people will weaponize the Bible to control you. Highly religious people will say things like, God told me. Well, great. He could tell me. I prayed about it. Who did you talk to? Did you dial up the dark side of the force? Who answered? And sometimes what religious people will do, they will try and shove you into their religious system. And sometimes there are schools of thought or entire books that are written by religious, dysfunctional, evil people to create control in generations of family systems. They're like, you just need to read this book. Well, you know what? I got this other book. I think I'm going to keep reading that.
What are your thoughts on that? Because I found that quite interesting, but I don't know if he was pointing to the Bible at the end or not.
I mean, well, I'm not going to. I mean, what he was saying, resonated with me. I mean, again, yeah, you got a lot of, religious people who do that. I mean, it's like, okay, if that's what you believe, okay, I get it. It's not like I'm trying to take people's beliefs away, but it's just like, for you to tell me that I'm going to hell, or the Bible says this, or this says that. Okay, no, again, if that's how you live your life by the Bible, okay, but it's just like,
I mean, I can live my life. I'm a good person outside of the Bible.
Well, yeah, I believe that wholeheartedly. Okay, I would think, if there is a judgment day when I go in front of God or whatever, if there is a God and God judges me, I believe God is going to judge me on how I lived as a person, not who I loved or who I stuck my ding-ding in.
Exactly.
It's like, I mean, it's like, come on. It's just like, that's why I'm all for, when they talk about, what is it, church, versus state. Again, I believe, separation of church and state. Religion has no place, in my opinion, in the public square. It doesn't.
Exactly.
You can believe, but no.
Okay, let's look at this next video.
Since 2015, I met him when he was 21.
21?
And we had our first kid like a year after 2016. And we had another kid in 2017.
Wait for it.
And I just recently found out that this was my son that I gave up for adoption.
What did you say?
I just recently found out that this was my son that I gave up for adoption.
Huh? Let me just grab my stuff off the bus.
I mean, that to me was so nasty.
I mean, she didn't know. I mean, come on, she didn't know.
I mean, how could you ever?
I mean, she gave him up for adoption. Now again, if you're gonna now clearly she's an older woman into younger dudes, or it could be vice versa where
But
he's
but my question is, once she found out he's her biological son,
yeah.
she stopped messing with him.
Okay, but again, well, didn't they have kids together?
Yeah,
Okay, when did well, see, the question is, when she find out that he was her son?
she just found out recently.
After having the kids?
Yeah, after having the kids, she just found out recently.
Well, I mean, okay, well, kid, okay.
Well,
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I mean, but
well,
it's like
I mean,
she.
to me, she should stop any all sex with him.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, evidently, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you there. She should do that, but it's like,
But
again,
I don't think she did that.
I'm not faulting her for not knowing. It's just the fact that
Now
I
that
mean,
you
how old is she to have? I mean, because he looks like he's. I mean, okay, even if he's, let's say, 21. How
yeah,
old is that? Huh?
he's 21. She was like, I think 50.
And she had a baby.
Well, maybe she was like 45.
Okay, I mean, again, plenty of women have babies, late in age. I mean, I'm not even trying to make, I mean, again, I know the biological clock, and then, the baby, may not, come here, I'll just say right, and stuff like that, and then they talk about incest.
The whole thing is you're messing with blood and blood.
Yeah, so yeah, it can't, yeah, your baby cannot, let's just say, I mean, I take back saying not come out right, but your baby may not come here healthy.
Yeah.
Yes. And
they,
yeah, I mean, but she found out later. Now, again, to your point, she should stop messing, having sex with him altogether, but there's nothing you can do. I mean, they made a baby or two together. And
well, they're probably like intertwined at this point. So
yeah, so I mean, again, she didn't know. So again, I can't fault
but now
her.
she knows. But now she knows.
Yeah, well, now she knows. It's almost like, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, yes. Most people would say yes. They shouldn't have. I think they shouldn't have any more sexual relations. But
you know
what? Whatever works for you. If this is what y'all want. This is what y'all want.
Let's move on to that.
He's a quintessential motherfucker.
You're funny.
My son food. I got him some wings up in there, some fries. So you get him that, and let me know if you need anything else. I'm gonna go to the house and shit. Them ain't my kids. Why would I bring other kids some food? Them not my kids.
I thought you was gonna be generous.
That food right there is for my son. You called me and asked me to bring my son some food, not your other kids. I'm not bringing them no food. That's my son.
I thought you was gonna be generous.
Them not my kids. Like, you understand? Them are not my children. Them are your kids. You told me that you called me specifically, said bring your son something to eat. He hungry. I bring my son something to eat. That's his food, and all them other kids, I don't care what you gotta do, but you gotta go get their own food.
But my kids, you know,
not my responsibility. I'm not with you no more. You got your
own man. They're gonna
be
saying where they food at.
Them is not my kids. Just what you understand. I'm not bringing your other kids no food. I brought my son something to eat, and that's his food. And I'm finna go home. Call him when he needs something else.
But you that petty?
How am I petty for bringing my son something to eat and not bringing your kids something?
I'm thinking you finna bring everybody something to
car. How am I petty for not doing your responsibility or your man's responsibility? I'm not your man anymore. I'm not with you no more.
Are you serious right now?
Yes, I'm dead serious. I don't care about them.
I just wanted you to know, to make sure
those are not my kids. I'm not bringing your other kids no food. That's not my job.
I mean, he has a point, and you can't expect it. Now, if he wanted to do it out of the kindness of his heart, he could, because I'm sure he knows his kids, his son's siblings. But she called him, can you bring your son something to eat? So he bought his son something. Now, of course, people will say, oh, well, he knows she has other kids. Why can't he? To me, I mean, I'll say I get it. And I'm sure he's probably done that in the past where,
he probably has.
He probably has. But again, he shouldn't have to. Now, if he's being petty, hey, I mean, he has the right to be petty too. I mean, you had kids with other people. I'm not saying she has multiple kids, but again, they put an S, so I'm sure she has at least two others, beside his son. So he bought his son something, and he didn't bring the others. She said, for your son. To me, I'm like, be specific. It's like when people ask me for $5 and they really need $10. No, say you need $10. Don't say $5 just for me, to figure. I'll just say $5. And see if they'll send me the $10. Because somebody did that to me recently. He said, no, and it wasn't $5, but he said, can you send me $3? And I'm like, what can you do with freaking $3 for food? But then rejected it and said, oh, because it wasn't enough. Then why didn't you just say you needed $10? Just say that. Don't try to get me to do something. Because see, again, if you don't be specific with me, if you say, can you send me $1? I'm sending you $1. If you need $10, you better say what you mean and mean what you say. I'm not thinking for you. She should have said, can you, bring your son something, and can you get something for the other kids? She should have said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't try to make him look bad and then want to post it on social media so people are like, that's right, girl. He should have had those other kids. No, they ain't his fucking other children. I had one kid with you. Now, if we together and we have a family and stuff, I get all that. And again,
he had done that previously when he was with her, but he said, I'm not with you anymore.
Yeah, see, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you got guys, who will be petty and figure, well, no, I'm just doing for my son. And it's nothing wrong with it. I'm sorry. Well, you better hit up their other daddies, or you better to get it together, lady. And I mean, again, and it's not even just faulting her. Okay, yeah, a lot of the responsibility in the end because the kids go with the mama, but still, no, don't try to, make him look bad and shit. See, the gays are sticking up for you hetero men.
Now this one's interesting.
Why do you feel that way?
So these are all paid protesters. You can get $20 an hour if you wear a t-shirt.
You gotta speak up.
She just got recruited, right? You said no.
No.
It wasn't worth the 20?
No, but like he told me that it's for a Diddy coins. I'm not really sure what that is. Yeah, they just tried to $20 to wear a free fucking shirt.
Stop. I could tell because
the lady right there, she just kept convincing me to go wear a shirt, and I'm like, I'm good.
so just $20, and if you need $20, all you have to do is wear a free puff shirt. And you said no.
Said no.
Did they say how many hours?
And she told me she got paid like $60 yesterday for standing out there in 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what I say about that.
Well, I mean, I've been paying attention to the case. I have my issues with it all. I mean, it's a hustle. That's all they're doing. That's again.
He's basically convicted. He's basically a rapist. Let's put it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even. I'm talking about the video. I don't want to talk about him personally because the video is basically protesters wearing a free Diddy t-shirt for $20 an hour. Should they wear the t-shirt for the money? Well, see, again, that shows people have a price. People will wear it, regardless if they believe that he's guilty or not.
I'd wear it, but
so there you go.
I don't agree with him.
Yeah, but see, okay. When we were talking about morals and everything earlier, to where that girl, okay, I give her credit to where she says, no, I'm not going to wear it. Regardless of if you believe what you believe about Diddy and stuff like that, you would not wear the shirt for $20 an hour. Because then you're a hypocrite if you wear the shirt because you just want to get money. And I get it. People are hard up for money. A friend of mine who needs a job, I need to tell him to go out there and stand out there the whole damn day.
That and Elon Musk paying people $1,000 a day to knock on doors in the election. Hello?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I agree with it or disagree with it. I mean, I guess if you are a supporter, you will. But again, are you really a supporter because you're getting paid? Come on.
I mean, no.
Yeah, you necessarily don't. But you figure, oh, they want to give me money? Yeah, I'll stand out here. Yeah, $20 an hour. And again, this case has been going on. Yeah, that's a nice little side hustle. So, I mean, and again, I'm sure that's kind of crazy. I mean, it is. I mean, and the lengths that people would go. To me, if you support Diddy, you should be wearing that T-shirt for free. If you support him and you believe that he should be free, you should be wearing that T-shirt for free, not just for the money.
Right. Let's move on to the next one.
Now, if the shoe fits, silently wear it or get off my page. One of the prominent signs that a man is down low is a man who sags his pants overtly, especially if this man knows that he has a fat behind, okay? And he's always around other men and you're sagging your pants so low, like your cheeks are out. Ikebe is just right there. Look, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. Some people know me in person and, some people have seen my personal Instagram and things like that. I am on the, blessed side of things back there, okay? It's not that big, Chad, but, apparently it is something down there. I don't sag my pants, okay? I've never felt the need to sag my pants. It just feels weird to me. And this coming from a queer man. It doesn't seem right. Yes, I wear hoochie daddy shorts and sometimes they're very fit. But the amount of time, I've lost count. Living in Houston, traveling to places like LA, Chicago, Atlanta, especially Atlanta, Chad. The amount of times that men, especially black men, have seen me wearing my shorts and I can hear their whisper of God damn. Just from me wearing my pants. I'm not even sagging. The amount of men, especially black men, who have hit on me from just wearing my shorts. They look like very straight on the streets. Sometimes tattoo. I'm not making this up. Sometimes tattoo, marriage. Sometimes you can see the wedding rings. Sometimes it be at the gym. Their girlfriend is on the other side working out. Imagine what it will be like for a man who is intentionally sagging his pants and he got a fat you-know-what behind. And let's not add brand new, child. A lot of these black men have a lot of Chad. Let's just keep it real, Chad. You know damn well that it's fat back there and you letting everybody know. And then you walking around in a mist filled with black men, everybody's seeing them cakes and it's probably getting clapped. And if it's not getting clapped, he is desperately begging for it. Bro, when I tell you, a lot of these men will fuck anything, I'm not joking. Like, I can break this down from a philosophical perspective, and I know a lot of people just click off. And this video will probably be too long. I don't have the mental capacity right now, Chad, because I'm still high on my caffeine. So that'd be a whole nother episode. But this has a lot to do with the intrinsic nature of a man. Not necessarily so much with women, because women are more emotional, but men are a lot more physical. But I'm telling you, a lot of these dudes will fuck on anything. All a man needs from you is trust, confidentiality, that his masculinity card would not be poured on the ground, okay? Because according to this patriarchal society, masculinity has been put on such a high, unattainable level that men, especially straight men, try so desperately, queer men too, to attain that is, even though it's very illusory, that everybody just cap and try to make it seem like they've made it in that masculinity ladder. All this man needs is confidentiality, that you do not knock him off that illusory level of masculinity. And these men will fuck on anything. Learn this and
So what do you think of that? I mean, I think
I don't want to say all men who sag their pants are looking for you to, what do you call, pound their cheeks. I mean, of course, this comes from, jail culture and stuff like that, because you're not allowed to wear belts I believe, in jail. And of course, in the hip hop community. I mean, I grew up seeing, dudes sagging their pants. I mean, I just felt it was uncomfortable, wearing your pants so low. I'm like, what if you got to run, and stuff like that, yeah, I never did. I never sagged my pants. Now, okay, me being, someone who is, queer, I mean, yeah, you're giving me a show, but I just feel like it's tacky. I still feel it's tacky because I'm just like, damn, you really want people to know you bought those underwear, didn't you? Because again, I don't see the point of showing your underwear, regardless if they're designer underwear or they have a print on them or something. I don't get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you're giving me a show as a person part of the LGBT community, but again, it's just like it's someone I see and I'm saying in my head, pull your pants up, especially when I see men, like my age, or let's just say over 40, and it's like, oh my gosh, you are holding on to what little bit of hip hop you got left in you.
I know some of them sag their pants and they're like in the 60s.
Yeah, so I mean, again, don't get me wrong. Some guys, I mean, I know some women would be jealous because some guys got some fat asses, you know, bigger than women.
Are attracted to asses. Women are not attracted to asses. Hello,
guys with fat asses, and they be like, damn, his ass is bigger than mine, because they know, okay, okay, men.
I'm saying women are not attracted to asses like that.
No, I'm not saying they're attracted to it. I'm just saying, sure, they've seen guys with fat asses and they be like, damn, he got more back there than me. Because men do like, a person with, a little hump or, and stuff like, I mean, some of it, especially with people getting those BBLs, I'm like, all right, that's too big of an ass, but You know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I guess the caption of his video, I don't want to say it's all about, you know, that's the signs of DL men. I mean, of course, yeah, you got DL men to do it, but it is what it is.
He told me that he not getting the kids and it's my week to be free. Oh, y'all, listen to this story. So me and my baby daddy, we was living together. His cousin ended up getting an eviction and asked him if he could move in with us. So my baby daddy was like, yeah, cool, that's cool or whatever. And y'all, his cousin was a dude. He was cool as hell. We vibed out. We always went places with his cousin or whatever. But it was weird as hell because everywhere we went, his cousin always wanted to go with us. So we ended up going to this barbecue. And the whole family was like calling him nephew. Everybody loved him. Like he was cool as hell. So one day him and his cousin had got into this argument about me. So they was arguing about my baby daddy because they said that he always doing stuff for me and that I was acting like I was handicapped, couldn't do nothing. And that every time I called him, he always came running. So I was like, I don't know. It was just a little bit off and weird to me. So one thing about me, I never went through my baby daddy's phone. Like I just feel like that's childish. We never did that in our relationship. I didn't feel the need to want to do that. So one night we was in the bed sleeping. His cousin gonna text him and was like, oh, can you sneak out the bedroom? So why the hell I found out that they was playing me and that was his boyfriend the whole entire time living with us?
I think these videos are trolling videos. This is the third type of video you showed me of a woman. It's been different women, because I don't know if it was her, but saying the same thing. This is the third video, because I'm like, wait a minute, this scenario sounds the same. You know, the cousin moving in and stuff like that.
You're right.
I was like, wait a minute, this sounds too familiar, this story. You know, well, ladies, don't let none of your man's family move in.
Okay.
I swear, people spend so much time on social media, it is crazy.
Okay, so what was this guy's fascination with taking down gay pride flags or whatever those were? Yeah, and he wanted to take it down because I guess he's LGBT phobic.
Yeah, well, he disagrees with it. I mean, should he take it down? No. I mean, if the but you'll see people do that, you know, where, you know, they'll have like Black Lives Matter up and they'll want to take it down and all that other stuff.
They'll throw paint over it.
Yeah. Well, then I guess I take back the lady going up the escalator. I should be able to hit you over the head for wearing "Make America Great Again" hat. Then or not even just hit you. I should be able to knock it off your head. I don't agree with it. It is. I tell you, I can't with people. I can't with people.
Straight.
It's straight? Do you think other people could guess that?
100% sure. Yeah.
We gonna see. Do you think like this guy is gay or straight?
Huh?
Do you think this guy is gay or straight?
Why are you gonna ask me something like that? I don't know.
Just take a guess.
I don't know. I don't look at guys like look gay. I don't know.
You look gay?
Look gay. 100% sure. Yeah.
Are you gay or straight?
Straight.
Do you think other people could guess that?
They should be able to.
Do you think this guy is gay or straight?
He's bi-curious.
Why would you say that?
He looks like he plays the field and my gaydar is going off.
Are you gay or straight?
I'm gay.
I love that. So, do you think other people can guess that?
Probably, yeah.
Do you think she's straight or gay?
Can't tell. I think she's straight though.
Why do you think she's straight?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell how.
Are you gay or straight?
Straight.
Okay. Do you think other people would be able to guess that?
I wouldn't know.
Do you think he is gay or straight?
He could be either or. I mean, a nice looking guy, but I can't tell.
Okay. Are you gay or straight?
I'm gay.
Okay, do you think other people will be able to tell that?
I really feel like you can't judge a book by its cover, because especially in this day and age, like, you know, somebody could be very feminine and be...
No, we can tell with that outfit, okay? We can tell with that outfit, okay? I can tell with that outfit.
Like pig shorts?
Huh?
Because the pig shorts?
And, you know, again, I guess because it's a picture and I'm seeing it in video form. But yeah, I mean, again, because I hate the whole thing with the gaydar. I hate when women have tried to come up to me and be like, is he gay? I'm like, okay, that gaydar thing, yeah, sometimes your intuition is correct, but a lot of times you can't tell. You can't tell. See, again, I feel society still has this thing that the gay man is flamboyant and with the child and girl and all. No, we got gay men come in multiple flavors just like our straight counterparts.
So what did you think of the second guy?
Who, the guy with the cornrows?
No, the second guy with the bald head.
That was the second guy?
Yeah, the first guy had curly hair.
I mean, like when a girl was asking, could you tell this guy is gay? And then she showed it to the next person, and he was like, oh, he could be curious. I mean, no, when she asked the girl about him, and she was like, well, he could be like curious. I mean, we are judging a picture. You really don't know. I mean, but in this society today, I wouldn't put nothing past people.
Yeah.
In this society today, I wouldn't, because society, nobody wants to be on the DL or discreet, and they don't want nobody to find out. Yeah, I mean, everybody. I always say you're gay until you're straight until proven guilty.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I can't. Now the one with the guy before the pink shorts, I was like, I don't care what you are.
What's the point? Brain said, huh?
This is my husband, Miles, and he's pregnant.
Popped. The masculine version of pregnant.
We're having a baby.
So you doing the bending?
This one I saw too before.
Did.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, it's like, come on, okay, clearly, the guy who's pregnant, was a female and now is a male.
Yeah.
So it's, again, I could, like the guy getting upset, in the video above. I'm not gonna say why should he not get upset, but it's like, I get the reason why he is, because he feels like you're insulting his intelligence, because he knows clearly that person was biologically born a female and now she lives her life as a male. So so some of those videos like that, it's like you're trolling, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're trolling because it's like, okay, it's like saying when you see, if the man, well, clearly that is a man, but again, and I'm sure the woman, she probably identifies, she was probably born a male and now she's so she got the female. It's like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either.
Yeah, at least they're able to have children without going through the whole adoption or whatever, or finding a surrogate.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at a couple of videos about Latinos.
About what?
Latinos.
Hunting an animal.
Imagine being told that we had to sit in the back of the bus at one point. Imagine we were told when we was allowed to eat. Imagine doing hundreds of years of hard labor for free and not even getting a thank you. Just being told that they have black fatigue because we want equality. Yeah, it sucks what's happening to your people. I don't wish it on anybody. But before you start hooting and hollering at other people and other races about why you think they don't care, look at the poll numbers. That might be a conversation you might want to have with your own people, because your people holistically knew this was coming and they still voted for proximity to whiteness. That is a conversation you and your people need to have on the low, respectfully. This is what black people have been facing for 400 years, bro. This ain't nothing new to us, bro. It's not like we don't care. We care. We cared enough to vote the right way in November. Your people holistically just didn't. And here we are. I hope you heal, baby. I really do.
Let's watch another video before.
Okay, go ahead.
And we got one more.
Latinos protesting with us. We're not the only immigrants. Latinos are not the only immigrants. There's Europeans. There's from Africa. There's from Asia. All over. Where are you guys? Your people not standing with us?
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. I don't support Latinos. I don't support Latinos, and
you mean support them in this with the whole ICE thing going on. Or
No.
when you say you don't support them, you don't support them.
No, because they voted for Trump. So I don't give a shit about what happens to them. I don't.
I mean, I'm not going to say I don't care.
I don't care.
But I get the sentiment. I get the sentiment because my thing is like, minority groups listen to black people. You're going to vote how you want to vote at the end of the day, but y'all shouldn't have voted for Trump. Y'all thought y'all were going to vote for him and he was going to give y'all some type of favor when y'all were clearly the people he was talking about getting out of this country. So y'all shouldn't have voted for him from the get-go.
It was stupid.
Yeah, no, it was. But see, somebody said something early this morning in a show I was watching, and because again, it's like black people. They lump us all as one. Where there's a delineation movement going on within, let's just say, black people, where they're going to lump everybody everybody from the black diaspora who comes over to America gets to be African American. No matter if you're from, Jamaica, Haiti, and the continent, where that term African American.
Don't tell any Jamaicans that because they'll be like, I'm not a BA.
No. And yes, and I hear you on that. But again, they will lump us all in. And it's the same thing with Latinos. Latinos, they try to lump them all in, where a lot of people say there are differences between those groups. Where, okay, if you want to say those who are Puerto Rican and Dominican, where a lot of people just consider them black people that can swim, where then you got, then Cubans, where they're like almost like white adjacent and stuff like that. I mean, or even like Mexicans and stuff like that. Just because they all speak Spanish, they're not Spaniards, from Spain, European. They were just colonized by the Spanish, so I'm not going to say I don't.
But at the end of the day, I don't care about the Latino people. I don't care about them. Send them back.
I mean, okay, if you're here illegally, yes, I'm not going to disagree with you there. But if you're here legally, I don't think you should.
Illegally or illegally, send them back.
But see, that sounds unfair.
Why is this
No, you know what? You know why it sounds? It does sound unfair. Okay, because to that first video with the guy speaking, and saying, yes, black people, what we've had to endure, yeah. Like even when you hear people say online, oh, they're gonna come after you next. I mean, what has America hasn't done to black people? You're acting like that's a read or a flex. We're not scared of that. I mean, so it's like
through slavery and all this.
Exactly. But to that point, if I get the whole immigration thing, and let's not just blame Democrats, it's Republicans too. They've kicked the can down the street for years, and they never tried to fix it. And in this last election, there was a deal on the table where both parties agreed that this is the best we're going to get to fix immigration. And that fat motherfucker in office needed something to run on to make Kamala look bad, and that's why. And then coming in saying he's going to do all this stuff, and people want to get them, out of the country. Luck on people picking the fruit, because I ain't going out there. I don't give a damn.
Okay. So I know this one you gotta have something to say about.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Go ahead. I know my rights.
You're ugly.
And you're called. Okay, I have this all in recording.
Go ahead.
I haven't called you
Put
any ill words.
I
haven't called you any ill words. I haven't offended you in any way.
You hit me on the sidewalk with your body.
Me.
You hit me.
Honey.
It's not honey anymore, bitch. It's not honey.
Okay.
It's not honey, bitch.
We're just gonna patiently wait for the cops.
Yes, we are.
This is getting.
You're a hypocrite.
It's
you're
getting
a liberal
little bit
hypocrite,
more aggressive.
and you're a bitch. Yeah, I am aggressive. I have PTSD, bitch.
Okay.
You fucked with the wrong tranny today, bitch.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
That's what you should be doing. You should be deleting that fucking video.
I will not, because I feel.
I have a lawyer. I have 2 and 3 lawyers, honey. I will sue your pants off.
I'm not gonna speak anymore. Okay?
I will sue your pants off.
I'm not speaking anymore.
Good. I risk my life every day getting ready in the morning, and you have the temerity to hit me with your body.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but my hands are shaking because I have anxiety currently because this individual is not leaving me alone.
You need therapy. And you know what? You'd be better off in the hood, because the hood people, they know how to act.
Okay.
They know how we treat each other. You went to Bard. You have a master's, you have an MBA.
I am currently starting to shake more because this individual would not leave me alone.
Fuck you!
So let me get your.
You really should be answering this because to me, you know, I mean, well, see, this is where people will get mad with.
I mean, she was
with your community, and let's just say
she was mentally ill.
I mean, no, because you'll have people want. This is where people will want to now attack trans because it's almost like, okay, now we didn't see the video before or what happened before she started recording. She said you bumped into her, and I didn't like where she said something in the video about knowing your place. I didn't like that part because saying but to me, I see again.
It seems a little racial at points.
No, it is, and see, some people will say, okay, she, because I'm just gonna call her white. See again, I mean, personally, I could tell she's trans and stuff like that, but she has privilege in the sense because she, at the end of the day, is still white.
Exactly.
She's white. Where if that was a black trans person, oh please, So it's like, I don't know. It's just like, and then want to take off her wig and all that other stuff. Okay, just because somebody bumped into you. Okay, if she said sorry, now you're making a big deal. People bump into each other. I mean, I don't know what city that was. It could be New York or whatever. But people bump into
New York.
People bump into one another.
And I mean, if someone bumps into you, that's fine.
Well, I know when I'm in the city and I've bumped into people and I'm like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. And so that's what I say. Now, again, if she just shoved into her like that, being rude about it, then okay.
No, the black girl was pretty calm.
No, she was. So to me, she probably bumped into her by accident. She wasn't trying to, make a big deal because I know you're trans, so I don't like you, so I'm gonna bump into you. No, where this, the trans, female, she's making a big deal to where I guess she is really mentally ill or she's feeling some type of way.
Yeah, she's taking out her aggression.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Okay. Yeah, people bump into people all the time. And if she said, I'm sorry, you should have just kept it moving. Now, if she said, bumped into her and said, move, you tranny, I mean, then I can see you getting mad. But it's like, stop it. Yeah, but see, again, that's that white privilege, no matter if you're white, trans or not. Because at the end of the day, she has that privilege. She want to be talking about
4-year-old Corbell Stewart on a dating app, and she invited him to her house after texting for a few days. She told us in a statement, when I answered the door, a red flag that I didn't think about until after this situation is that he had a bag. I see it was a getaway bag. Smith says they had dinner, watched movies, then began to get intimate. That's when she tells us that he pinned her down and slit her throat. She reportedly fought back, getting multiple stab wounds on her.
That was horrible.
So the woman grinning all the way over, I assume she's trans.
Yeah, she's trans.
And the person bottom he's the person who did it.
Yeah.
But see, it's okay. See, I have to question what dating app you were on. What dating app were you on?
Probably Grindr.
Yeah. So if you were on Grindr or Jacked, come on. Again, I'm sure trans are on the other ones like Bumble or what is it? What's the other one called?
Yeah, I'm on Bumble.
Okay, yeah. And do you disclose that you're trans?
It says trans in my profile.
Okay, yeah. So if you see trans and I come over to your house, what gives you the damn right to kill me?
Yeah, because I say it up front.
Yeah.
Because no matter how I look, if I look like I am now, if I look how I am after surgery, no matter how I look,
you're going to disclose that information.
I'm going to disclose that information.
Yes. I mean, so it's like if somebody disclosed that information, I mean, like what snapped in you? I mean, was her photos, fake? And then she came to your house and she looked where you could tell, I don't know, but it's like.
Well, he said he had sex with her first. Remember they said he had sex with her first.
Well, see, then this sounds premeditated.
Yeah, it had to be.
It sounds premeditated. Like you were going to do it, but because of the shame you have, because you have a hankering for trans or whatever, it's like I don't know. It's a crazy world we live in. I mean, that's why,
It is.
I'll just say you as my friend. That's why I do, want you to be careful because you don't know. You really don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it's like, inviting people. And even, okay, even when I invite.
This they took my heart. It was my baby. Really doesn't matter if they spend the rest of their lives in jail. We lost.
A 26-year-old father sat in his car, thinking he was about to go on a date. Instead, he was about to be ambushed. His name was Jarrell Pryor, a hard-working single dad from Indianapolis. On January 2025, he met up with 19-year-old Alexis Hawkins, a girl he'd just connected with on Instagram. They were seen together at a liquor store just after midnight. But what Jarrell didn't know is that Alexis had been texting her boyfriend the entire time. Her boyfriend, 18-year-old Brian Winston Jr., was waiting in the shadows. He and Alexis were secretly planning to rob Jarrell. In messages uncovered later, Alexis texted Brian, "I'm with this dumb dude now. He getting to liquor. If anything go left, I got my blade." While Jarrell thought he was just talking to a pretty girl, she was texting her boyfriend, calling him boo, and updating him about every move. She even asked him, "You got the pole ready?" Meaning the gun. By 1 a.m., they were parked near 49th and Primrose. Jarrell was shot multiple times and left for dead in his car. He died at the hospital. When questioned, Alexis tried to distance herself, telling police, "My fingerprints aren't on anything." But her phone told the full story. She even searched News Today Indianapolis and shootings near me after the murder. She was arrested a month later. Brian was captured in Austin, Texas in April. Now, both are charged with murder, attempted robbery, and conspiracy.
Why do you have to kill someone? Just rob them.
Yeah.
Just rob them. Now, I get it. Okay, yeah, he may try to fight back. I mean, I'm not going to say that you should have killed him either, but I don't know. You killed a young man who appeared like he had a daughter.
I think they both should do life in prison.
Yeah, no, they should. Now, see, again, I thought it was like, I thought it was going to be something other way around. I thought she was.
You thought she was trans or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be, but I was like, wow. But even still, that's still crazy. I mean, just to set somebody up. Okay, you can set somebody up to rob them, but do you have to kill them? Because to me, I look at it, again, you may get away with it and, let's say for like months and stuff like that, but it always seems like they're going to eventually catch you.
Exactly.
Now, regardless if you robbed them, okay, I get it. You still may get caught, but shit, your life is over now.
Exactly. I mean, you just might as well do life in prison.
Yeah, well, that's what they both gonna do.
You not to take my son would have not or here. I did not want that. I signed with the money. It's not. He's not.
He was an organ donor on his driver's license. That's not the biggest problem. Doctors took him off life support without the family's permission to then take. That's the problem.
Now that to me is totally. That to me is totally disgusting. No,
it is. Yeah, no, it is. I mean, because okay, if they're on life support, just because they're an organ donor, you shouldn't take them off. To me, if you're on life support, that's up to the family. Once the family says take him off life support, then y'all can do whatever you want. If he was an organ donor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for y'all just to want to be like, to see the way they looking at, it's just a black person. Just take him off so we can get his organs.
That's so sad.
Yeah, no, it is.
That's what they do to us.
Yeah. That's why I don't sign up to be an organ donor.
Yeah.
What the McDonald's on 149th and 3rd Avenue looks like during the late hours of the night, full of homeless people. Like this can't be life. Like this is not how it's supposed to be. Look at all the homeless people there. How do you feel comfortable enough to go in there and get food? Like this is ridiculous. Somebody needs to do something. This is just too much. Come on. Look at this. They're laying out on the bottom of the tables outside in the lobby.
I see this every night sometimes.
You do?
Well, yeah, what I do to, bring in money, let's just say that. I, when I'm, delivering, I, go pick up from McDonald's and stuff like that.
And you see this in Long Island?
Please, just because it's Long Island, please, Long Island's got homeless people. I see it every night.
No, but not like that.
Probably no, not that extent. And see where you see like the little opening before you open the other door and go inside where the tables are. Most McDonald's will close their doors at a certain hour where you can't get in, but they'll have that little lobby open because see what they've done with a lot of McDonald's, they put a window in there where they have a doorbell where you can press the doorbell to get their attention, and the McDonald's worker will come and you'll tell them, oh, I have, and they'll even have a sign, for delivery drivers to pick up orders and stuff like that. But I've seen, homeless people, in there. Now I won't say they're sleeping in there, but I've seen some, inside they're just waiting because it'll be cold, on the cold, months, they'll be in there, trying to, not freeze their butts off. But around the drive-through, you'll be going up the drive-through, they'll be waiting along there, knocking on your window and stuff like that. No, we really need to do something about homeless problem altogether. But I see that. I mean, to me, that's crazy. But I see that a lot.
It really is.
We had a beautiful night. This food was so good. Scrumptious. You enjoyed your food?
Yes, and I really appreciate you inviting me out too.
Oh yeah. She gave me this bill. $140.89. So how you want to pay for it, card or credit?
You invite me out. Would you remember? You called me and asked me to...
Yeah, just trying to get to know you, but you're the man. You ready to pay?
I could have went home. You come out here and order all this stuff, order 6, 7 drinks. I you know you, really. I just met you yesterday, and you invite me to come out here and have dinner. I'm that.
But you're the man.
Okay, you're right. I am the man. If I wanted to take you out, I would have called you.
Oh, so that's how we doing it now?
That's what it is.
You've been chasing after me for a whole 2 months.
Well, obviously, if I've been chasing after you, I ain't asked to take you nowhere.
Wow, so I guess you in your soft era or whatever they call it.
Man, if I try to hear all that.
So you really not gonna pay for this bill?
And then you want all these stuff like you a boss.
Wow. Well, I'm glad I'm independent and I got my own money. So yeah, I'm gonna pay for it. You at least got the tip, right? Can you do that? You know what? After this, don't worry about calling me no more. Don't text me. You will be blocked. Wow, you have a nice one. I'm up out of here. You're ridiculous.
I hope that was a skit.
I mean, this really happens in real life.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't, but she sounds, and again, I don't know what she looked like, and I don't want to judge because what he looked like, but he is not attractive in my opinion.
Yeah, he's not.
Now, if that's what you like what you like and all that other stuff, and it has nothing, to do, I mean, again,
Well, some girls think that it's a man's job to pay for them.
Yeah, you have a lot of them that do that. Huh?
I'm not like that, but I know
Well, if you go on a date, see again, you may have to establish that when you go on a date. You may have to. Like, I know it may feel awkward to ask, but see again, as much as people want to get rid of patriarchy, they think men should always pay for shit, No, I'm just saying, they think men should pay for it. So to me, if you're going on a date, either you're going to establish, are we going Dutch, where you pay your way and I pay my way? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's an awkward thing to have. But 9 times out of 10,
women are assuming men are paying for the date.
They are. Yeah. To where I guess today you shouldn't. Because the way he was getting all indignant about, you asked me out,
And then she's like, in your soft era.
I don't know what she meant by that either. I mean, to me, he is
a man, but he's being soft.
Oh, I mean, I guess. I mean, to me, he just, I mean, again, I don't want to make it about age, but he looked a little smoked out to me. She, I don't know. I mean, I get, like I said, don't assume anything.
Let's look at this next video.
Just pay the bill and we cash app you.
Fuck no. Hell no. Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
It's another dating situation.
Oh, the bill here. Can you just pay the bill and we cash app you?
Fuck no. Hell no. Fuck no. I'm not doing that. Fuck.
Now, that was the gay dude. And
clearly.
And his girlfriend was asking him if he could pay. And he said, hell no.
Well, either he knows his girlfriend, because again, it's so easy to say, oh, I cash app you, and then I got to be hitting you up hours later for the damn money when you could just send it to me right then and there.
And I hate owing people. I hate.
Oh well, yeah. Well, so do I. To me, it's like okay, so we don't have to be giving 3 credit cards. Send me the money now. If it's let's say it's like $20 each. I'm just using a low number. Y'all both send me $20 each. I'll pay the what do you call the $60 on my card. If it's 3 of us, whatever, and go from there. But send me the money right then and there. Don't be trying to hit me up hours later trying to get away with it. Oh, I ain't got it. Well, no, see, I don't know. You know what? See, again, I am a firm believer. If you cannot afford to go out and drink, I don't care how much you want to drink, you do not go.
Exactly.
It's the same thing when it comes to my line of work. If you cannot tip, take your ass to go get it yourself.
Okay, let's look at the next video.
Beginning of June, and in my attempt to call in and not call out, I want to remind my fellow straight people a couple of things. First thing, gay folks do not want our kids. As a matter of fact, a lot of them can't stand our kids more than we can't stand our kids, and that's just something we should keep in mind. Second thing, though a lot of the white people are very represented and centered within Pride Month, it actually started with a black trans woman by the name of Marsha P. Johnson and this Latino trans woman by the name of Sylvia Rivera. Third thing is, you want to know what happened? These 2 women said they were sick and tired of being sick and tired when it came to police brutality, because you know how New York was in the 1970s, and one of them threw a brick. Some historians say it was Sylvia. Some of them say it was Marsha. We don't know. It's debate. The third thing is being able to acknowledge the obvious. All of our struggles are tied by the same institutions and systems, and we should always be in solidarity when it comes to pushing against them. We're going to get them a photo. Even though they can't stand our kids, they see we've been struggling and helping them get to reading level. So they decided to make reading fun and go to the library dressed up. And the biggest thing we was worried about is them being in the classroom, not what our kids was learning in the classroom. 15, a lot of us black straight people have been led to believe that the gay community has been stealing all the advancements. They've been getting all the policies. They've been getting all the opportunities. Meanwhile, we ignoring how like damn near over 500 anti-gay, anti-trans bills towards the kids, you feel me, was slid right up under our nose. Takes me to the 16. I know a lot of us like to think about the gay community and the black community as being separate, but that always erases the black gay people and black straight trans people and black intersex people and non-gender. You see what I'm saying? You should forget our own people in there. Number 7, we talk a lot about the gay agenda and how it's trying to feminize our kids and trans our kids and make our kids all type of gay and things like that. But we never think about who's manufacturing this old narrative and who benefits the most. I guarantee you it's not us. Hey, y'all know Huey P. Newton, one of the co-founders of the Black Panther Party, once gave this speech about homosexual and women's liberation, and he talked about how oppressed gay people was. Y'all should go check that speech out. Number 9. A lot of us believe that being gay is a choice, but think about the individuals that have been kicked out of their family. The individual that deal with this type of ideation of unaliving themselves all because they struggling with their identity and who they really is, quote unquote. And we say that they choose it. That's crazy to me. Number 10, my last point. If some of us ain't free, then none of us ain't free. And I hope that some of these points make you realize that everybody that's going to be celebrating Pride Month, they just looking to have their humanity, you feel me? Looking to have their identity respected just like us. Education is elevation for real, though.
Well, I was going to say to you, that's why I raised my hand. I guess if you see me raise my hand, that means we've seen this video before, because we have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I agree with him, but yeah, we saw it before.
Okay.
That's why I had my head down, because I was like, oh gosh, he gonna go through these 10 points.
Okay. If you've seen the video, just say something.
I don't want to try to interrupt, like the stream, like talk over it. So that's why I just said raise my hand, just like we've seen this before. I mean, yeah, now if you see me do
Happy Pride Month on my coffee cup today and then got offended because I was upset. Well, we didn't know that this would upset you. Yeah, it upset me because you jump into conclusion. That starts confusion. Need I mind y'all? Y'all never say shit to me in the month of February. Y'all can't see that I'm black, but you can see that I'm a sissy. Yes, I'm offended. Not only that, they wrote Happy Pride Month on Coach's Pop Cup. Now, do my dog look gay to y'all? No, he just lay like that because I lay like that, but he ain't gay.
He's just being dramatic for no damn reason.
You think so?
Hell yeah, because what is it? He went to Starbucks and he wrote on his cup or something?
Happy Pride.
Okay, so what's wrong with him doing that?
Well,
I mean, he's making a big deal of nothing.
I know.
It's like when people say to me, people have said to me, Happy Father's Day. I have no children. Now, if they ask you, do you have children? Because I guess some people say that. But when people say happy, because they're assuming he looks like he could be a father.
If someone wrote on my cup of Starbucks Happy Pride, I'd be offended.
Why? It's Pride Month. Why do you? It's like, okay.
Because if they're not bringing out other people's cups, then
what? Are you looking at everybody's cup?
What?
Are you looking at everybody's cup?
No.
How do you know they didn't write Happy Pride on everybody's cup?
You don't know.
You don't know. So it's like, oh my God. I mean, see, we are, as much as I don't like cancel culture or stuff like that, or we are getting too fucking offended about every motherfucking thing. I wouldn't have, if somebody, like I said, if somebody says Happy Pride, I mean, okay.
Okay, let's move to the next one. Almost done here.
That's nice how they did that.
It was real nice.
Is that
I think that was
San Francisco?
No.
I mean, well, regardless, no, it was nice how they did that.
Yeah.
You know, but even people getting mad that, oh, they're having Pride Month during Black Music Month. It's like, oh my gosh, Pride has been, y'all acting like they just started Pride. Pride's been around for years.
I know.
It's like, oh my gosh, it's like, you know what, we only can have certain things during certain months. You know, I remember I heard somebody say that, another Black person, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this the hill we're going to die on just because they have Pride during what? Like, or just even like during, you know, okay, with them, you know, just what, Juneteenth. It's like, oh my gosh, stop it. Like, yeah, today is Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, listener. You know.
And we got time for one more video.
Okay.
Let's watch this because I know you got a lot to say on this.
Gosh.
You're a boy. So you guys are in a relationship.
Okay.
So are they both trans?
No.
So one is a biological boy and
a biological female, and I guess the other one is, I don't know.
Well, no, because I'm trying to understand. Like, she's asking him, you know, are you a boy, and is she a boy? And I know the one on the end who was looking in her bag, I guess she's trans and she identifies as male now. And the person who she asked first, are you a boy? And he said yes. Play it again.
Okay.
You guys are in a relationship and you're a boy and you're a boy. So would you say that you're gay then?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Well, if the two boys in a relationship, I would call them gay.
I know. I would call them gay too.
Yeah, even if she is I mean, you know what? All these fucking labels, I can't. You know what? Everybody just live their lives how they want to live their lives.
You know, I feel the same way.
It's, oh my God. You know what? I think you show these videos to make me crazy.
Okay. Remember
this is going to be the new format?
No, this is the format for tonight.
Okay. No, I mean, interesting. I mean, I don't mind watching the videos. It's just like some of these takes, I just be like, oh my gosh.
You know, I wanted to cut in between, you know, politics and actual videos.
Oh yeah, no, again, I get it. You know, everything doesn't have to be about politics, you know, but just going, you know, what's going on in the, you know, society and things from an LGBTQ lens, you know, as well is, you know, but everybody got an opinion.
And I could truly say, as a community, we're really fucked up.
You mean as the LGBTQ community?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. Oh yeah, please. I mean, but at the end of the day, I always say this, you know, live and let live. People have to be happy and live their lives the way they see fit. If it's not hurting you, then you shouldn't care.
Oh, and let me show you this one image.
Okay.
Here's the one image.
He, them? Oh, it's like the take on He-Man?
Yeah.
And what does it says? Nothing surprise. Well, the person saying nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, see, the way I look at it, why can't trans people see themselves, even if it isn't a character that, you know, we know, you know, from the 80s growing up in the He-Man, and people like to make a big deal out of everything. I mean, clearly we have trans people, so shouldn't they see themselves?
Yeah, they can see themselves.
Yeah, but well, shit, the way the people act is that, you know, they shouldn't be able to.
I mean, I have no problem with them making transgender Barbies.
Yeah, I don't either. It's like, come on. You know, but they get so mad, you know, when it comes to stuff like that, or even in the movies, you know, they may race bend a character. Oh my God, go out of their damn minds, or if the woman is, stronger than the men, they make a big deal. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I mean, we've had countless movies with strong women leads in them.
Yeah, but that shit, they make a big deal of it. It's like they get offended. I mean,
Resident Evil.
Yeah, the Resident Evil. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, and people loved it and stuff like that. But now when they see movies,
Sigourney Weaver with aliens.
Okay, but when you think about movies, let's say you're talking about old, and again, Resident Evil isn't that old, because I think they made the last one in probably like the late the 20 teens. But I'm talking about, okay, just even starting with like the Marvel films, what's her name, Captain Marvel, or the character Rey in Star Wars. Oh my God, these fans go out of their mind when I mean, again, I have my issues with the sequel trilogy of Star Wars, but I'm like, I didn't care that it was a female character. I mean, I get some of the sentiments, but it's like, oh my gosh, y'all make a big deal of. Don't watch it then. That's the way I feel.
Yeah, I'm like, if that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel.
Yeah, because clearly we don't own these damn properties, and they go do what they want, even if it's considered woke to you. Don't watch it then.
I know, but it is what it is.
Yes, it's a crazy world, and I can't.
Okay, remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See you later.